Well, we meet again. I hope you're having a lovely day, and if this video has found you, I hope it finds you well. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out massively, and if anything resonates within this, just drop a little comment down, and if you would like to book yourself a personalised reading, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box. Now let's get into this. I'm going to actually pick your runes first of all. I was looking around there at the start because I was like, oh, what do I go with first? What shall I start with? Let's have a look. So let's see what energy we have right here. Oh, beautiful. We have Bacano. I'm actually wearing Bacano in my hair today. Bacano is a real nurturing energy. It's like the wrap of a warm hug from a mom or a grandmother, or just a maternal mothering energy. And often you may go through life feeling like, I don't know, maybe if your mom isn't present in your life anymore, or maybe you didn't really have that kind of energy around you. This is something that you can bring to yourself, and it's figuring out that there's like a truth within you that wants nurturing, and it's admitting that to yourself, and then aligning yourself with what can I do today to nurture myself, you know, that like self-care, if you like, and that actually, it helps you to feel nourished and replenished. That's the word I was looking for, replenished, and ready to kind of like start again. So it's like a rebirth, okay? That's where your energy is today. And that leads to commitment to yourself. It leads to sacrificing things that no longer serve you, things that are really holding you back or keeping you in a stuck energy, a stuck space. This rune is connected to your crown chakra, so it's that kind of allowing your higher self to come through, allowing yourself to really understand your higher self, okay? And boundaries. Always have boundaries. This is a time right now, as you're going through this, you need to protect yourself from certain energies that are around you at the moment. There are things that are going to try and pull you in, or just bear with me, just let that vehicle go past. Sometimes there are things that will try and get in the way, distract you, or put you back a step or two. But there needs to be that real commitment to yourself today. Keep listening to yourself, keep being guided by your gut instincts on what you need to do right now for you. And algaes is like that protection that's around you, that is, again, this is kind of like a mothering protection. This is like the kind of protection that a deer would protect its young, that kind of thing. So it's like being on alert, nurturing. So if you imagine that the fawn is like your inner child, and the doe is the protection, okay? That's kind of like what algaes is for your inner child right now. It's like just protect and nurture that inner child today. So I'm going to get an animal card for you right now. Let's see what we have animal card wise. Let's see. Healing wounds. That's exactly where you are right now. And the badgers are all about boundaries as well, so that kind of goes well with algaes there. So sometimes to set healthy boundaries, you need a little bit of aggression. Now, you don't hear that normally, you won't hear that everywhere, but sometimes there's a need for it. There's a real need for like being sort of like, this is what I need right now, back the fuck off. And for some of you, you need to hear that. You can. Being love and light all the time does not work in this life. It's not real, okay? So what you need is the ability to stand up for yourself, set those healthy boundaries. Because when you're healing, have you ever been around a dog that's got like a wound of some form? Sorry, my bra strap's showing them. If you go near that dog, it will growl at you because it's protecting itself. It's healing. It's licking its wounds because it has antiseptic saliva. I don't know why that was necessary to say, but it felt like it. And this is you right now, is that dog licking its wounds. And you may have people that want to try and pull you out of where you are, or, you know, hurry you along in the process, that kind of thing. But you go, no, not right now. Ginkgo, I think that is for energy, isn't it? It kind of brings about a zest for life, and that's kind of like what you're heading towards. But right now is that kind of just nurturing, restful period that you need at this time. Let's get into these. So let's see. Ooh, I've only got half the pack there. Let's see what your tea cards are saying today. Now these are so much fun, aren't they? It's so much fun for you to watch these rolling around all over the floor. But I didn't bring my coffee out today, so it won't fall in my coffee. That's good. It says bear, danger, especially in money matters. So you may be going through something right now where you're kind of being pushed to do more, earn more, bring more in, or maybe there's something threatening your money matters right now. So that is definitely something that needs to be dealt with, but deal with it like the bear. Keep those boundaries up there, and like we said, you know, if you need to aggressively protect yourself at this time, then that's what you need to do. Let's see what else we have. Shield, yeah, you need to defend yourself. Somebody watching this video right now, you need to know this, okay? Now is not the time for love and light. Now is the time for being that warrior, defending yourself, protecting what is important to you. And spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So that's probably what your wounds are about, you know? You're going through something that you know you can't go back there. This is breaking your heart right now. But there's another matter at hand that needs your attention at this time. So maybe you want to grieve over this, but you can't right now. But there is hope. We have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So when you are done with your wounds, when you are healed, what you're going to find is a new way and a new path. Something that really does resonate with you more. There's something here about being by lakes or rivers. Maybe that's somewhere that you want to move to, or maybe that's a good place for you to go and receive healing. Maybe something in the name rivers is going to help you at this time on your healing journey. Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So again, there's a lot on here about your finances, about money problems. I do feel you have to be wary of people. Maybe I'm getting a sense of somebody's loaned money to somebody, and this is about you getting that money back. You need to protect yourself, but you also need to stand up for yourself, okay? Don't let people... It's a bit like, you know, those loan sharks where it's sort of, they've lent you some money, but they keep coming back wanting more money off you, more money off you. And, you know, people that are stuck in those situations, it's very, very difficult. But if you don't stand up to a bully straight away, they will see that you are weak and they will keep coming back because they know they can, you know. Whereas if you stand up to them, they don't like being challenged. They don't want to be challenged. So that's what you need to realise and recognise on here today. Oh my life, okay. This isn't the most positive reading today, is it? We've got rat. Someone working against you behind your back. I think you know already who this is. I do feel this could be somebody that maybe owes you money and isn't willing to give it back. Or, you know, just doing something to try and bring you down at this time. But know that there is another path to do with your money, oops, that you can't see right now because you are healing some wounds. Wedge, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. So yeah, you're not getting what you want, and there's heartbreak over that from what I can see. Maybe if there's an opportunity, you can speak to your friend and be open and honest about what it is that you want and you need, especially if this friend can help you through the troubles that you're going through. That just looks like a piece of brie to me. So I don't know if brie or cheese or something is important to you. That might be significant. Something about French. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that is French descendant or has a French name maybe. So this is about a younger woman. So just be aware that this person is possibly surrounding this situation, and actually they don't have your best interests at heart. Maybe they seem charming, maybe they seem like they do, but I don't feel that they do. And the Pale is time to get out of a situation. So something here is actually going to create you more struggle. It's almost like a real karmic situation that you do definitely need to remove yourself from, get yourself out of. But the cobweb on the bottom suggests that you are protected from negative forces beyond your control. So keep focusing on you. Try and step away from these things that are bothering you, that are affecting you. Yeah, and anything that you really get that feeling of sort of like, I'm not sure if I can trust you, I'm not sure if I can trust this. Honour that, respect that. I'm going to get one more tea cards. You should accept valid criticism. Ooh, well, how do we know what's valid and what isn't? But maybe if someone is criticising you at this time, I've got a feeling you may be struggling with that. But just understand that you discern whether that's healthy for you or not. If someone is criticising you, are they helping you with that, or are they being offensive towards you with that? Because sometimes we can take positive criticism as a negative. But sometimes when you can look at what someone's telling you and you're like, okay, I can accept that and I'm willing to look at it, definitely, you know. If that's to do with relationships, then that can actually create healthy relationships, to be able to criticise in a healthy way, you know, just sort of saying, so you're getting your needs met and your person's needs met as well. God, it's gone really cold out here now. I wish I hadn't done this outside now. So let's have a look and see what your tarot cards telling you. So your current situation sounds a little bit gnarly. I'm going to go with those two because they feel right for this situation. So there is definitely some temptation going on here, and it's almost like this temptation has kind of broken your heart and it's created a lot of anguish and worry. So I feel like someone here feels they've put themselves in this situation, but please don't beat yourself up, okay? Things happen for a reason, and sometimes they're lessons that are brought to you so you can learn from them. And there is always a way to put things right. There is always a way. That's why you've got Tiwaz on there, which is kind of like, so Bacano is about, you know, forgive yourself, nurture yourself. Tiwaz is about, okay, what can we do to put this right? And then you've got Algiz, which is kind of like, you're going to be protected in putting this right, okay? Only you have the ability to put it right. So what challenges do we see for you at this time? Where is the challenge? So the rain cloud's going over there and the sunshine's coming, so I'm just going to accept that. The challenge here is about making hasty decisions. It's about fast action, and sometimes maybe things go a little bit too fast. Maybe sometimes you jump into something because you feel you have to rather than because you want to. I do feel this could be to do with relationships or friendships. It feels like, you know, three's a crowd. Maybe there's a feeling here of being stuck between two options, possibly. And maybe there's been racing in towards one, and sometimes that can feel a bit like you've trapped yourself, is what I'm getting from this. Okay, now what do we need to focus on to help you through this? We have Temperance, the Four of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So I do feel that somebody feels like they aren't triumphant in this. Maybe your pride has kind of blocked you a little bit here, and you're kind of suffering because of that. You feel burdened, you feel like you're carrying a lot of burden. There's a lot to do with like worry here. So these two are kind of suggesting about what you need to focus on right now is that recovery time. You know, forgive yourself, have some rest, and be patient. Okay, you don't need to glue yourself to particular options right now or situations, and that might be the situation you're in. Is if you're saying, I want to step back right now, not everybody's going to agree with that or want that, and they will probably fight that. So you have to be that gnarly dog with his wounds or her wounds, and just be sort of like, I need you to step back right now, I need you to back off, I need this time for me. Okay, so that's where your focus needs to be at this time. Now what do we have for, oh, work it baby, work it. See, there's something that you really need to focus on at this time, really put your attention into. Now this could be to do with work, okay? This is about your money, it's about you steadying yourself, stabilising yourself, being secure for you. I do see somebody kind of dipping into other people's stuff. Maybe like, you know, don't go into a situation where you're sharing finances right now, okay? What about you need to leave behind? What do you need to leave behind? You need to leave behind the regret, disappointment, feeling bored, that kind of thing. It's sort of like, it's an energy sometimes where you do get quite fed up. So it's leaving behind that expectance of disappointment, okay? You're expecting to be disappointed in certain situations. And if you go into something with that expectation, guess what's going to happen? So that's what they're asking you to leave behind right now. What is your future? What's in your future right now? Something from your past. You may be reminiscing at this time. That's interesting because this is supposed to be about your future, and we've got the past coming through. But this is about holding dear some memories, things that are playing on your mind at this time. That keeps happening for you. I'm going to get another card for that. Oh yeah, I'm going to say I could have sworn one. Oh, okay. This is something that actually makes you happy and makes you feel free, that you are thinking about in your future, and actually, sorry, from your past. And what it's bringing into your future is actually something that could be worth celebrating, and stability and bringing things together. This sometimes can be like the marriage card. This could be about you combining forces with something that feels stable and solid, frees you. I do feel that you've been dreaming about this. You've been having a lot of dreams and reminiscing about this, and that's kind of coming through into your future. So you are still in that space until you do something about it. That's just going to keep happening. So what advice do we have for you on that? What can we advise you right now? The advice here is that you need to bring things together. What makes you feel safe, what makes you feel happy, you need to bring it into your life. You need to, it's like a union. You know, I do feel this is a person in your life that you can trust and that makes you feel complete. Right now you need some support, you need some love, if you like. And that's what this is about. It's bringing in something new. So this is your advice, isn't it? So your advice here is to let your feelings be known, because you're thinking about this. You have been thinking about it for some time. And with all these things going on around you, you need that nurture right now. Something that you've been wishing for, that you actually manifested. You know, a little bit like a dream come true. Let's see what your outcome is on this today. Determination, learning from your lessons of the past, you know, honouring what you've been through and standing up tall and continuing on. You know, this is somebody that doesn't give up, is determined, and even if it takes forever, whatever, you are going to triumph over this. You are going to reach the goals that you want to reach. Okay? And it's about thinking clearly and understanding, you know, being driven by, this is exactly what I want, and I trust myself to achieve it. I can do this. You kind of feel someone's integrated their shadow aspects and you're starting to make peace with them. And that's what I was saying at the beginning, sort of like sometimes there is a need for aggression. Sometimes there is a need to be sort of like, fuck off. I've had enough now. This is how I need to live my life. This is what I want for my life. And just going for it. Stand in that power. So, I'm going to leave this reading here for you today. If that did resonate with you and you want to look deeper into this, contact me through my details. I only ever use the email. I will never contact you. So, I hope you have a blessed day and I'll speak to you very soon.